Alright, so hello gamers and welcome back to another video. So recently there has been quite a few new guns added to Phantom Forces. And these are very high rank guns, which means you might want to pre-buy one or two of them as you level up. So even if you're a low rank, you might want to actually check out this video and make sure to watch until the end, because you might want to actually try out at least one of these guns, and I'll rank every single one of them, tell you what's good about them, and give you the attachments. So make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. But yeah, let's just start it off with the 5.0. The 5.0 is a default burst PDW with a decent rate of fire and crazy damage. The disadvantages are, of course, the magazine capacity and the fact that, yeah, it's got some recoil to it. But the only thing I just realized after selecting so many attachments for my guns, this lobby's freaking dead. So maybe I'll have to find a new lobby. Test place is extremely dead right now, so I'm gonna have to actually go to my own VIP server, which is fine because I don't have to click pre-buy and all the attachments, because in my VIP you get access to every single attachment and every single gun in the game. So if you want to try that, make sure to join my Discord server, link in the description. But yeah, the 5.0 does 49 to 23 damage with a great torso multi and an even better headshot multi. This gun is able to two-shot kill very easily to the body, as well as a one-hit kill to the head, which makes it quite a formidable weapon when it comes to literally every gun in this entire game. You know, like, it can insta-kill, so that makes it really good, as well as the fact that it can run automatic. So the burst is not that great. It's a two-shot burst, which means it can one-shot burst, of course, with both shots landing or something like that, but you don't even need to have that because you can just run automatic, which is even better. Keep in mind, auto does have a little bit less fire rate, and now we actually have so many people in the server, and that's really the only downside of auto, and I do recommend auto. There's pretty much no reason to ever run the burst on this unless you can actually get the full RPM, but even then it's only an extra 50. The gun has 600 RPM instead of 650, and I'm not gonna lie, 600 RPM is still, you know, really freaking good because it can one-hit kill head. Hit-to-kill ranges are pretty good as well. It's not gonna two-hit kill to like 80 studs or anything, but it's gonna be far enough, and this will be a 4-hit kill torso all ranges, which is pretty good. But for the RPM, the velocity, and the recoil, it's not that great, you know. But of course, this is not a long-range gun. This is an amazing close-range gun that I definitely recommend. This one is gonna get a 5 out of 5. I think it's probably too good. I'm not gonna lie, this thing absolutely shreds people in close range. It really just feels like if the ECR, and I don't know, like a sniper rifle or DMR had a baby, like a TCR and an ECR hybrid, where it doesn't really have as fast firing, but it can one-shot kill head. Very good. 5 out of 5. This gun also has two conversions, 45 ACP, which will basically give you a little bit different fire rate, a larger magazine, lower recoil, but of course lower damage. However, with this you do get quite a bit of fire rate, as well as 41 damage up close, which is still really good. This gun is not going to be a 2-hit kill or 1-hit kill, but it's still going to have great fire rate, larger magazine, lower recoil. This is going to be your overall probably go-to automatic. I'm using it with burst right now. As you can see, it can have pretty high fire rate, but is it good? I mean, yeah, it's fine. The 2-shot burst is really not that great for a 3-hit kill body gun. It can 2-hit kill head, but like the recoil with the burst isn't that great either. I could see it being really good if you can understand the burst delay, because it doesn't really matter if it's going to be a 2-hit kill or 1-hit kill or anything, if you can get the fire rate down. But it has more recoil, and honestly, like, the fire rate increase is not that much for the inconvenience of using a burst with a burst delay. So overall, I definitely would not recommend using the burst, but I definitely could see why you would in certain scenarios. If you're really good at using burst weapons, I could definitely see it. It does have a remove stock if you want that though. And then you have 9x39mm, and this is going to be your generic 3 to 6-hit kill. Not great rate of fire gun, but it's accurate, and the reload time is great. And if you're running like a really good setup on it, it's pretty accurate too. Like right now, not accurate at all, but like this is basically no attachments at all. But yeah, overall a 5 out of 5. The two conversions I definitely give probably 4 out of 5s each. I think they're very good, but I probably wouldn't use them over the amazing 2-hit and 1-hit kill default ammo on the gun. But then next up we have the BWC-9A. Basically the default gun has 1000 RPM, can 3-hit kill torso, and is going to be a 7-hit kill over range with pretty bad ranges but good velocity and pen for a PDW. It has a semi-auto conversion to heavily increase your range, your headshot damage, and your damage overall, which sounds great, but it's a semi-auto, so not really that great. And it also has a 3 burst, which will lower your damage up close but increase it over range. And of course they shut it down again. Oh my gosh. But as I was saying before, they interrupted me again. The burst is higher fire rate but less damage overall. It gives you a little bit more range, but honestly, like, the burst is not great. Recoil is really freaking weird, and it has kind of weird burst delay as well. It's there and you can hit it, but you can like not make the burst delay appear, and the recoil is weird on this gun, especially with the burst, as you could probably tell there. I'll run it with no attachments. As you can see, it has really weird like recovering speed, I guess. Like, it really continues to go up. It kind of like stays up for a while. Honestly, this is a pretty alright gun. I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. Its conversions are kind of not good in my opinion. I guess the burst could be okay, but semi-auto will never really be that great. There are so many other semi-auto guns that will just do you better. And I'm glad it's a conversion and not the default ammo on the gun now, because nobody will use the semi-auto. But the full auto is pretty decent, a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 doesn't mean it's bad, it just means it's, you know, pretty good, and it's definitely pretty good. A 3-hit kill at 1000 RPM is really not too bad. The drop is kind of bad. Magazine capacity can be better with the extended magazine, and of course the movement can be really good with the reduced magazine, but like, I don't know. It's an alright gun. I wouldn't say it's like anything super special, and do I recommend you pre-buy it or anything? Nah. It's super high ranked too, and it's just not that good, you know? I wish you could fold it up into like the lunchbox thing, because this is like a lunchbox gun. It's kind of funny. There's like a hole in the stock, as you can see. You can actually fold that in, and yeah, you can make it a lunchbox or a box, which is kind of cool, but you can't do that in game, so it's kind of dumb. Maybe if you inspect it. I'm just saying, like, you definitely could have done that stylus and it would have been way cooler. I think you should actually be able to make this a folded up gun and go really fast and melee people with it. That would be really fun. Imagine a super broken melee, but it has to be your primary weapon. That would be pretty cool. Next up, we have the MGV-176, which might be my favorite gun of this update. And if you've actually seen this gun in game, you know why. This has 1,450 RPM, 160 rounds. I just want to finish recording my freaking video, Stylus Studios. Okay, the MGV has 160 rounds. 300 reserve, but it does really low damage, 13 to 11. As I said though, lots of fire rate, massive magazine, and you're probably like, okay, but it's 13 to 11 damage. That's like a 9-hit kill, right? Because it's a 22, and 22s in this game love to have high headshot multipliers. It has a double headshot multi, which allows it to 4-hit kill to the head, down to a 5-hit kill if they're all headshots. So if you're hitting headshots, it's really not even that bad, and of course they shut it down again. What you get with this gun is essentially a mixture between a 22 long rifle Vector, PPSH, and an M1919 Tommy gun. Honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, handling the reload speed on this thing is great for the amount of rounds you get. And of course, each round isn't that powerful, but it's basically like getting stung by bees a billion times, you know? It's gonna kill you eventually. Luckily, the MGV will probably not be changing the meta in a massive way. I really don't think it's that broken. Its best time to kill it can possibly get is about 0.12 seconds, which isn't really that good. Like, it's pretty decent, but it's going to be more like a quarter of a second if every shot is hitting, which is really not good at all. For body shots, like most guns can get, you know, about 0.1, you know, like really fast. There is the argument to be made about like you have 160 rounds, so it's going to be low skill, but let's be real, with the fire rate, 160 rounds is really not going to take that long to expend. So guns like the HK-21 are going to be capable of sustained fire for longer. You know, they're going to be able to fire for longer. So the amount of rounds you get doesn't really matter. What really matters is the amount of damage you put down and how long you can hold down on that trigger for, which isn't really going to be as big of a problem as you'd expect for 160 rounds. If this gun had, you know, 700 RPM, it would be different, you know? If this gun had 35 damage, it would be different, but it's 13 to 11. Like, headshots on this gun are still less powerful than any LMG in the entire game. So this one's going to be probably a 4 out of 5. It's good, but not great, of course. But then we have the Steiner Stoner 96 LMG. This gun is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's not great, but it is pretty good. I'd probably give it a 3, maybe a 4 out of 5. Yeah, probably a 4. If you guys don't know what this does, basically it's a very low fire rate gun, but it's going to be a 4-hit kill all ranges, so not a 3-hit kill in close range, which is pretty uncommon for an LMG or literally any gun of this kind of fire rate. It's not good fire rate. It's 550, which is, you know, the same fire rate as the M60 had until pretty recently. And of course, the M60 is hitting for like 40, but it has good range, good velocity, pretty good pen, not gonna lie, 1.8 studs. This is going to be able to beam people over range and always be a 4-hit kill, which means armor piercing and ammo types like tracerless are going to be really good. I think this is going to be possibly considered the worst LMG in the game, but also a really good option. I feel like this is going to be a really just nice overall balanced gun that's not going to like change the meta, but it's going to be a pretty decent addition to the game. I really like it because like new LMG, people are going to be really scared about a new LMG every time there is one. The fact that this one was added in a pretty competent, like, okay, we understand that LMGs are broken at times, but we're not going to make this one super broken, is definitely a way to go for the future. This is probably the only gun that's ever been added to this game that I thought needed no changes, you know? Like, every time there's a new gun, I'm like, this one's too broken, this one sucks, you know? There's basically been nobody saying that this gun is broken. In fact, some people have said it's bad, but I don't think it's that's necessarily true. It's not going to change the entire game, but it's going to be pretty good overall. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, but I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Watch out for my video coming out probably before this video, because I'm going to be talking about the funny new game modes that are probably getting added. But yeah, see you guys.